Hey guys, I'm back here again for a new update. I hope everybody's doing well. I know that a lot of places got a lot of snow lately and it's been really crazy. We got a few inches this past Monday and we actually have it's snow flurrying outside right now and we're supposed to get snow again tomorrow. So I hope everybody is staying safe and you guys are staying warm because I know it's been crazy these past few days. I think we've gotten more snow this month than I think I've ever seen in my life. I think usually when we get snow, we might get one really good one and then some flurries. But this year we've gotten more snow than I think I've ever seen. I know we got some snow at the beginning of this month, and then we got just the big snow that just went through, and now we're getting more snow. So it's been kind of crazy. If I was, young, if I was a little kid, I'd be so happy because I'd be out of school and I would just be, just loving all this snow. But, now that I'm an adult, I'm just kind of like, I like snow, so I'm glad that we got some, but all this ice and everything has just been crappy, because I've been having to drive in it. I mean, it's good thing is I don't live far. I mean, I don't work far away, so it only takes me about a minute or so to drive to work. So I don't have to worry about that. But I know a lot of other people, they don't live close to where they work. Like my supervisor doesn't live close to where she works, and so some days she just can't come in because the snow's been crazy, and some places gets plowed quicker. Like I live in a place where once it's done snowing, our roads get plowed. So we're pretty lucky with that, but there are a lot of people that don't live in places where the roads get plowed quick. So if you are somebody who is dealing with the snow and everything, I hope you are staying safe, and I hope you're staying off the road if you can, because I know it has been really crazy these past few days. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm back here again with a new update. I've got some cool stuff to show off. I've got a complete TV show DVD set, as well as some Blu-rays and a 4K of one of my favorite movies growing up watching. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by showing off the complete series DVD set. And the DVD set that I got is of a TV show that I watched on Netflix with my mom and her boyfriend, and I absolutely loved, and I wanted to own it on DVD because, I never know when Netflix is going to take it off or anything, and so I always prefer to own every TV show that I enjoy, and that show is Shameless. Absolutely love the show. My favorite characters were Lip and Carl. Those were my two favorite characters. But yeah, this was at Walmart, and it's the entire series on DVD, and I think I paid like $60 for this, I think, which is a lot cheaper than if I got them individually on DVD. I know it's in those plastic cases, which, I really don't like, but I really don't see any other way of them doing a box set this big. But yeah, guys, like I said, really love the show. It did go kind of downhill during the last few seasons. I wasn't a big fan of them. They did have some good moments in the last few seasons that I liked, but I didn't like the entire seasons overall. But I really love Shameless, and I'm glad to own it on DVD. All right, now these next two are actually two Blu-rays. I got these from Walmart. Walmart is putting out these Valentine's Day slipcovers, but they're movies that aren't like Valentine's Day, like they're not love stories or anything. But I got two movies that I've never seen. The first one is Legend, the Ridley Scott movie with Tom Cruise. Yeah, I'd never seen it before. And the other one is Cape Fear. Again, another movie that I've never seen before. I've heard good things about both of these movies, and I figured why not. They do have the original artwork on the inside. And I do kind of like these slipcovers. I know they're supposed to be like Valentine ones, but neither one of these are Valentine type movies. And really, they just have like the red Blu-ray banner and the titles in red, which honestly looks more like, it looks like they would fit on like a horror movie or something. Like they don't look like they would be like Valentine's, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, two movies I've never seen before, and I'm happy to add both of these. And then the next movie I haven't seen, this is actually a sequel to a movie that is considered one of the greatest movies of all time, and that is More American Graffiti. Now, I really love the original American Graffiti. I remember seeing the original movie with my dad, and I really love it. I love classic cars. I love, 60s music. And so to see a movie that's, just about this, it takes place in the 60s and cruising and just being young, I really love that. I haven't really heard anything about the sequel, and so I'm not really sure, if it's, I'm sure it's not as good as the original. But I do really enjoy the characters, and I'm really curious to see, what they do in the sequel. I know that at the end of the first movie, you find out what happens to, all the guy characters. But I still wanted to get this because, like I said, I really enjoyed the first one, and I really enjoy the characters. So I am curious to see, what happens to them. I'm sure it is nothing compared to the original because, like I said, the original was considered one of the greatest movies of all time. And I do love, classic cars. I got that from my dad. My dad loved classic cars, and just cruising around and all that. I just think that was so cool. We actually do have a cruise night in my town, and I don't have a cool enough car to do that, but I do think it's cool that they still have nights where people get their old classic cars and they go cruising. I still think that's cool that some that my town does that. So yeah, guys, I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. I think this Blu-ray might be going out of print because it's not on Amazon anymore, I don't think. And the prices on it is getting a little bit high on eBay. The DVD is still pretty regularly available, but I think the Blu-ray might be going out of print. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I just kind of see it happening. But yeah, guys, More American Graffiti. Looking forward to checking it out. And the next set I got is a 6-film collection, and that is the Final Destination 6 movies collection. I've actually only seen the first 3, so I am looking forward to checking out the other ones. This one does come with Bloodlines, which is the last one that they put out, and yeah, it just has all of them in one set. Oh, and for anyone that wants this, there you go. There's your there's the code right there for you. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, guys, I do enjoy the first 3 movies, and I am looking forward to seeing the rest. I have heard mixed things about the last 2, but I know that Bloodlines has the last appearance of Tony Todd before he passed away, which such a legend. It's really sad that he passed. So I am looking forward to seeing him in one final film. So yeah, Final Destination 6 film collection. And the last thing I got is a 4K and Blu-ray of a movie that I grew up watching. When I was a kid, I had a huge fascination with tornadoes and volcanoes. And I would watch every movie that had a tornado or a volcano in it. And this was one of those movies that I would watch all the time. And that is Dante's Peak. This is the 4K and Blu-ray by Kino Lorber. And I am so happy that they finally put this out. I've had this movie on VHS for years. I don't know, I want to say when it first came out, because like I said, I started having a fascination with tornadoes and volcanoes when I was maybe 3 or 4 years old. Maybe I was still just a little kid when I, started my fascination. I just thought I think they're so interesting. And this was one of the movies that I watched. I think this came out in 97, so I'm pretty sure I probably saw this in 97 or 98. But I did have this movie on DVD, but I'm so glad that it finally got a nice 4K and Blu-ray. It has the original artwork too, which I've always loved. I've always loved, just seeing kind of the volcano, the eruption just kind of going down the city, and you can kind of see it in the background. So yeah. Very, very happy to have this. This is probably one of my favorite things that I've gotten. So yeah, because I grew up with this movie. I also really enjoy Volcano as well, and I do kind of hope that eventually gets a new Blu-ray release as well. So I'm very, very happy to have this. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is everything that I've gotten over the past month. Definitely let me know what you guys think about everything that I got. And also, I did... just hear the news. I heard it when I was at work that Catherine O'Hara passed away, which is so sad, you know, I mean, because I grew up watching her in Home Alone, which is one of my favorite films. Of course, she was also in Beetlejuice, The Night Before Christmas, and it's just so sad that she had passed away. She was a great talent. Everything that she was in, she was great in. So rest in peace to Catherine O'Hara. It is kind of sad that both parents from Home Alone have both passed, because John Hurt had also passed away. So it is really sad, and just seeing, you know, people post about it, like Macaulay Culkin posted about it on his Twitter, and it's just really sad, you know, because she was such a great actress, you know, and it is sad that she's passed away now, you know, because she was great and everything. So rest in peace to Catherine O'Hara. But anyway, guys, like I said, let me know what you guys think about everything that I picked up. Let me know if you picked up anything. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, because it really does help me out. And leave a comment if you can down below. You know, let me know what you picked up lately. Let me know what you're watching. Let me know if you've had to deal with all this crappy snow that so many people are getting, because I know that it's been crazy this past week. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying warm, and I hope everybody has a great weekend.